Welcome to the Conference 2.0, Las Vegas, Nevada. My name is B, and I'm here with...
Jaythan Elam.
Can you tell us more about your company?
Yes, hi. CEO of Jointley. We're a design and engineering firm. We work predominantly with startups, and we typically build apps, applications, starting from the brand from the ground up.
And what stood out the most as a community when reviewing this year's honorees?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the diversity that we've come across has been quite incredible. And the amount of stories that have come out of meeting those individuals and the learnings have been incredible. From our perspective alone, that has been great.
And how do you see the Founders 20 community evolving over the next few years?
I would really like to see more inclusion of AI across the board. I know that's from Jointley's perspective, we do quite a bit of that. But from our perspective, what we tend to do when we work with companies is we include it from a holistic standpoint, and we want to show them there are ways of doing it other than just slapping a chat window like on a site or something. There are ways of building that in holistically. Mm-hmm. And I'd love to be able to see organizations bringing that knowledge in, and spreading that amongst the other companies.
And are there specific themes or challenges you're hoping this year honorees help in spotlights?
Can you say the question again?
Are there specific themes or challenges you're hoping this year's honorees help with spotlights?
Yeah, I think for us, we're seeing a lot of we're seeing an awful lot of connection to items that speak to how things are built organically, things are done ethically and morally, and those are conversations we're not hearing a lot of in tech and in design within our business enough. These are themes that we would love to hear more of. And I'm hearing them in other industries and other areas here, which is great. The health and the tech section, Founders doesn't speak to that as much. I'd love to hear them, talk more about that.
And how can honorees best contribute back to the community after the conference?
Ooh, yeah. So first, for myself, I'm making a lot of connections outside of the industries that I would normally make. I would love to make sure that those stay strong.
Of course.
So one would be that. The other would be, continue to talk about, those connections and the knowledge that we've picked up at some of the other conferences along the way, in the communities that we currently have, and then championing, the conferences there. So.
And yourself, you're an honoree, getting an award. How do you feel about getting the award?
It felt, I felt a little awkward about it, just a little bit, but it was, I was very touched, and it's what really brought me, to the conference to begin with. But seeing the breadth of what some of the other founders have been able to accomplish in their careers, I was honored, but also, it's not the end, and it's certainly being able to be amongst the other founders. It was like, yep, definitely there's more to be done. There's more work to do. And it was very inspiring. So.
And if someone was to ask you to give them advice to follow your footsteps, what would you say?
Be kind to others, definitely enrich your network. I would not have gotten here today without the hard work of all the people around me, and championing me to be where I am today. My team, that honor and that award is just as much theirs as it is mine. So.
Well, congratulations once again. And if they were to ask you how was your experience here at the network for the 2.0 conference, what would you say to them?
I would say it's been very enlightening, and rewarding.
Well, we're happy to hear that. Anywhere where they can reach you?
Yes, you can certainly reach us at jointly.com. You're welcome to reach out to me personally on LinkedIn at Jaythan Elam. And anywhere that you can Google Jaythan, you'll be able to find me.
Thank you for coming. Hopefully we see you in Dubai or Singapore.
Excellent.